Hey bro, you are not shy, you're not introverted, and you don't have approach anxiety. You're just not warmed up. Because let's pretend that you are sitting in your home and you're walking down the street and you go out, you walk down the street and you see a cute girl and you're like, oh fuck, I wish I could approach this girl, but you can't. And then you think, it's because I'm shy and I'm introverted and I have approach anxiety. I don't think that is the answer. And let me tell you a little story. I worked with a guy, and when he came to me, he told me that Simon, I'm an introvert. I'm a shy guy, so that's why I need your help to get over my approach anxiety. And I was like, okay, let's work. Let's see if we can do anything. And this guy had massively approach anxiety. Like um, it was really hard to get him out approaching. And I worked with him online, and we used a lot of strategies, methods, and so on. But he rarely approached girls. Of course, he got better with my help, but he had still an extremely high level of approach anxiety. After a couple of months working, we were about to having a boot camp where I helped him online now in real life. And within the first 30 minutes, 1 hour, he approached girls after girls after girls after girls, like 20, 30 girls on that day, like it was a piece of cake. And it's a funny story because think about it. Here is a guy that have extremely high approach anxiety, that see himself as a shy, introverted guy, and suddenly, within a couple of hours, within an hour, he approached a lot of girls. Boom, 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 boom. And he doesn't seem shy. He doesn't seem introverted. He doesn't seem like a guy that is having a hard time approaching girls. And that made me think about that most of you guys are not shy. You're not introverted. You just haven't warmed up. Because it's like an if you're out to go out to make a run, or maybe you start your car, it doesn't go from 0 to 100 kilometers within 1 second. You need to warm up slowly. Boom, boom, boom. It's like a muscle. You need to warm it up. And that's why, and I see it again and again, and that's why an introverted or shy guy can go out, maybe warm up, maybe say hello to a girl, maybe give a compliment to a girl, maybe ask for direction to a girl, and suddenly he have this he is in this mood where he think, hey, maybe I can also approach the girl, and then he maybe approach the girl, and then he's like, okay, I can do this, and he got like a good reaction, and then he approached the next girl, and then he's like, then he has this social freedom. So my point is here that forget about that you're introverted, forget about that you're shy, forget about that you have approach anxiety. Think about this skill to approach girls as a muscle that you need to warm up. That if you want to go out and meet girls, you need to, some kind of way, just make your own little warm up. Maybe you need to jump a bit, or maybe you just need to give a compliment to a girl. Maybe you just need to smile to a girl, or just something that you get warmed up a bit, because then you get feedback, you get positive feedback. And the thing that also happens is that one of the big reasons why we guys have this approach anxiety is because we have something called an ego. An ego, let me tell you about it. Let's say that I am Simon, and I think I'm a cool guy. Everybody likes me, and I'm not a weird guy. And the reason why I don't approach a girl is because that suddenly I can be the weird guy. Suddenly I can be a creep that can get rejected by a girl, because that can happen. And then suddenly my ego get crushed because, hey, I thought I wasn't that creepy guy. And that's also what happened with a lot of guys. And the reason why a lot of guys don't approach girls is because of the ego. They think about themselves that I cannot do that. I'm not that type of guy that approaches a girl. What if I get rejected? That it will not fit my ego. So crushing your approach anxiety is often a combination of warming up and destroying your ego. And that's why if you go out and the first thing you do is just ask direction, maybe you give a compliment, maybe you smile to a girl, you get out of the comfort zone, and you get like in a more social mood, and maybe you also crush your ego because you're like, okay, I'm not really used to do this, but now I did it, so fuck it, now I can also just approach the girl. So my homework for you will be that if you're living your life and you go out your life and you see a cute girl and you're like, oh, I wish I could approach her, but you have this approach anxiety, don't think about it as an approach anxiety, because that, of course, you cannot approach the girl because you haven't warmed up often. So yeah, my little homework to you: you're not shy, you're not introverted, you don't have approach anxiety, you just doesn't have warmed up. And I see this again and again and again in my students, also in me. I know that if I have sat home in my desk and working on my computer all day, and I go out and I see a cute girl, it's hard for me to just approach her because it feels so, I feel rusty. And that is the thing that we want to get away with. And that's why that if you have a session, if you go out, try to be more social, try to warm up every time you go out. It can be that if you go to work, you smile to the cashier, or you give a compliment to a guy or a girl or whatever. So every time you go out, just do something that your social muscle just have been flexed out a bit. So yeah, I hope that this makes sense, and go out and warm up that muscle. See ya, bro. And if you want my help, you can check out my description. All the best.